everybody. My next guest is a hilarious comedian and the star of the most acclaimed comedy show on British television, I'm Alan Partridge. He can now be seen in the brand new movie 24-Hour Party People. Please welcome Mr. Steve Coogan. Thanks for the obligatory thumbs up on the way in.
Just to show that everything's going to go just fine.
It's going to go great. I think 6 months ago or 9 months ago, I got some tapes of your show, I'm Alan Partridge. It's a show where you play a failed, miserable talk show host.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Something, and I connected to this, this piece of work, but I seriously found it, I think, to be the funniest series I ever saw. It's a brilliant, brilliant series, and I wish more people here could see it. You're making more of those, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm doing another series in the UK, and they'll probably wind up over here when I've done 13 of them. You'll see them, and hopefully you'll laugh. Yeah,
you will laugh. Just keep your eye out for it. It's a hilarious show. You also worked on a show called Spitting Image.
Years ago, yeah.
Years and years ago, where you had to do impressions.
Yeah, I did.
As part of. Now, we were just talking not long ago with Wesley Snipes about Mr. Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Is that? Did you have a Sean Connery?
Yeah, sure. Well, the thing is, when people do Sean Connery, they normally get the accent, but they don't get the weight behind the voice. So normally people do, they speak like that. They get the action, but they don't get the weight in the voice.
Right.
You see, you have to get the weight in the voice. You know, they send one of yours to the morgue. They send one of yours to the hospital. You send one of theirs to the morgue. That's the Chicago way.
That's quite good.
But he's from Scotland.
He's from Scotland, and you put a little...
It always makes me funny, because he's supposed to be an Irish-American. He plays this kind of... He does everything with a Scottish accent.
Yeah, it's like he could pretty much play a Southern belle at this point. Sure. People would go see
Well, he could read a shopping list, and people would find it fascinating. It's such a good... he could say, a packet of cornflakes. Some Kleenex tissues. Kitten soft.
Yeah. What about Michael Caine? Great British actor?
Yeah, he is. That's another one people sort of... They talk like that when they do Michael Caine, but he's actually a bit more like that. And when he gets choked up, he gets very, very bloody annoyed.
Now, I thought, okay, Steve Coogan, he's going to know everyone in the British Isles, in the Kingdom of Great Britain. But you can do some American actors.
Yeah, I did all this years ago, but I sort of, because I do acting now, I just reserve this as a party trick. But yeah, I do a reasonable Pacino. Pacino's voice has changed, because in The Godfather, he spoke quite high like that, you disrespect the family. Very disrespectful to the family. Okay? But now he's got this kind of... now he's got this voice like he smoked maybe one too many cigarettes.
More than one too many, yeah.
In every movie, he speaks real quiet, and then he shouts, "Roll up!" No reason at all.
He starts just yelling, yeah. There's never a motivation for the yelling.
No. Hello. There's no motivation.
Yeah. Now, we have sort of a similar background in way. I am Irish Catholic, one of 6.
So am I.
Where were you in the birth order? I think birth order is very important.
I'm one of 5 boys, and the eldest is my sister. So there's 6 of us.
But are you kind of
Catholics have lots of kids, because
yes, they
don't have televisions. So.
Well, we had television, and we still had a lot of kids. I don't know what the hell happened there. I was in the middle. I was attention starved.
Oh, well, so was I. I had 2 younger brothers, 2 older brothers.
That's why we turned to comedy. It's a cry for help.
It's a cry for help. Absolutely. Yeah.
And then it turns into a career.
Yeah.
Did you know when you were a young lad that you wanted to perform?
I really wanted to act. And I remember I always wanted to sort of come to America and do stuff. I remember my sister went to America on holiday about '77 and came back, and she said, America's fantastic. She said they've got this new movie called Star Wars, and it's like it's set in the past, but it's in space between a prince and a princess. And we were going, wow, that's amazing. Tell us more about America. And she said, they get pizzas delivered.
Right.
What, hot, ready to eat?
Yeah.
Yes, this is an amazing country. And she said, yeah, and sometimes they go out for breakfast. What, they leave the house for breakfast?
Where were you living? Was this a coal mine you guys were in?
Well, no, the part of the way I come from, we still point at aeroplanes.
Yeah. Look, Iron Bird!
Wow! What is that? Yeah, but I know she came back from Universal. She'd been in Universal Studios, and she brought back this wax skin, And you know, for makeup and blood, fake blood.
Right, that kids put on to make like scars and stuff.
And I got rid of that. That's why I knew I needed to perform. I started doing kind of like I do, like maybe a gash on my arm or maybe a slight wound on my thigh. And I did these vampire bites once on my neck. That was quite good. I remember going down to the local store to buy some stuff with the vampire bites in my neck, with just a little bit of blood trickling down like this. And I remember the store owner saying, you've got something wrong with your neck. Yes, I know. and that was a bit weird. And I graduated from that to my coup de grace, my crowning glory was when I did a very neat bullet hole just between my eyes. And that took some doing. And I used a bit of blue eyeshadow to make it look like I was properly dead.
Right, you've been dead a few hours at this point.
Yeah, sure. And I'd lie there on the sofa, kind of looking blue, with my eyes open, you know. That, you know the kind of dead acting with your eyes open? It's more kind of spooky. And I'd lie there like that, waiting for my father to come in. And he walked in and saw me lying there and went, Stephen? I went, yeah. And he just said, you're warped.
Didn't quite get the reaction you wanted,
No, not quite.
Now, tell us about 24 Hour Party People. It's getting great reviews, this movie.
Yeah, it's kind of about the guy behind the bands New Order and Happy Mondays, that you may have heard of, and the kind of music scene in Manchester that spawned some great bands, including Oasis. Interesting, I had a very drunken night one night with Liam Gallagher, actually.
Is this a true story?
Yeah, in Ireland, yeah. In this big castle, this really posh hotel. And I remember there was, in the dungeon, there was a dungeon. It's not a real dungeon, you know, no chains or whips or anything like that.
Right.
But there was a woman playing a harp there, you know, and he and I went down there for a drink. And she said, oh, Liam, would you get up and sing a song for us? Get up and sing a song for us. But he wouldn't, but he told me to get up, so I got up and sang Wind Beneath My Wings. And I remember waking up the next morning, asleep on bed with Liam, on the bed. Nothing happened. Okay, it was on top of the bed.
How do you know nothing happened? You were both
As far as my memory serves me, I
Yeah.
don't think anything happened. I walked kind of funny the next day, but that's another story. But,
Oh,
no, I'm joking.
Steve,
I'm joking.
please.
No, I'm joking.
Such a classy show.
But we were, I remember waking up in the morning going, looking across and going, what happened? Liam Gallagher's lying on the bed. No, that's another story. But anyway, the movie. Get back to the movie. It's about.
No one's going to care about the movie anymore. We want to know about this night of debauchery.
The only reason I mention it is because I know he's not actually here, so he's not going to get me yet. No, that was. It's about all the music that happened and the sort of the scene in Manchester and a nightclub called the Hacienda that led to all those kind of the rave culture that kind of swept the world in the late 80s.
We have a clip here. Anything we need to know other than that?
Yeah, well, it's just this is in the Hacienda when it had just opened, and I play Tony Wilson, this kind of music guru behind these bands, and this is a clip thing where he's sort of opening the club for the first time.
Let's take a look at this clip from 24 Hour Party People.
Tickets for tonight.
Right, go to early now.
I'm sorry they're a bit late, but thought we might use them as a souvenir or something.
Yeah, that's all right. It's okay, it doesn't matter, we don't, you know, this is going to be the #1 invitation, you know, they didn't hand out tickets for Sermon on the Mount. People just turned up, they knew it was a good gig.
Anything at all like Alan Partridge, that character? Or?
He's a little bit like the Alan Partridge character I do.
Yeah.
The kind of the cheesy chat show host. Yeah, I'm not looking.
We
at
know him well.
Yeah,
no,
yeah, we know him well.
No,
yeah.
I know him.
Okay.
24 Hour Party People is playing in select cities right now, and like I say, people really love this film, so go out and see it. Mr. Steve Coogan, this is a real pleasure. Thank you for being here. We'll be right back. Oasis coming up. Stick around. Okay, everybody, that's our show. I do want to thank all my guests. Wesley Snipes, big thanks to him. Big thanks to Steve Coogan for being here. Big thanks to Oasis for stopping by. Jimmy Vivino, next one, good. Someone say, let's go. Carson, Dale, get out of the boat.